let me pose a crazy question to you because I've always, Pat, I've literally wanted to get your take on this. I don't think I've ever asked you this at lunch. Okay, could you ever see us annexing or in any way making Mexico a state?
Yeah, I think that would solve a lot of problems. That was actually something. Go ahead.
No. How?
How what?
Like, how would we do it?
The way you do it is similar to what we did with Texas. Texas decided to join what? Texas wasn't part of this. They decided. Yeah. Why did they decide? What is the one thing that's different about Texas than any other state in America?
It is its own republic.
It's its own republic. Yep. So if U.S. decides to bully Texas, Texas can simply do what? Okay, we're separating and we're going to be our own country. Texas is the only state that can do that. I would go to Mexico and pitch the same exact opportunity to them. Why don't we make Mexico the 51st state? Yes.
No. True.
Blowing my mind over here.
We make Mexico the 51st state. Forget about putting a wall up. Now you're our citizens, and you become a state. It's the 51st state called Mexico.
Could you imagine Trump accomplishing that? Could you imagine Donald Trump saying, I've changed my mind. We're not building a wall. We're going to build a bridge, okay? And we're going to call you the USA. I now have more beachfront property. It's a great acquisition.
You see Trump doing that?
Dude, I think Trump would do that in a heartbeat.
What's our current relations with Mexico right now under Trump?
By the way, there's a lot of people. There's more people that would benefit in Mexico than people in the U.S. People in Mexico would love for that to become a reality.
Oh, for sure.
They would love for that to become a reality. You know how many problems it would solve? You're talking about trade agreements, forget about it.
Yeah.
You're talking about safety, forget about it. You're talking about access to U.S. military, forget about it. You're talking about economy and companies moving headquarters to Mexico, forget about it. You're talking about sports, athletes, scholarship, education. In every possible way, it benefits Mexico.
Does that benefit the Democrats or the Republicans if 50 million Mexicans
No,
show
it benefits
up?
the Democrats.
You think the Republicans are going to go for that?
Do you know why, though? Do you know why that? Do you know why it benefits the Democrats?
Because they're going to vote for the Democrats.
Because there are more low-income people in Mexico than high-income earners. So, of course, they're going to vote more Democrats. So, if Trump was able to pull that off, they would still vote Democrats, but it would benefit Mexico tremendously.
I vehemently disagree.
Tell me.
Living in Mexico, these people are very, very principled when it comes to things like abortion. When it comes to they're super strong Catholic. So it's Catholic, Christian. There's nothing else. I think that a lot of Hispanic people in America have been Americanized, but when you actually go over there, these people, they do not want strong federal government. They are scared of strong federal government. I believe that the Republicans could make a very strong case that we want to give you more personal freedom, and I think the Hispanic community would buy it.
Josh, if I had a buzzer right now, I'd be like, wrong answer. I just don't see that happening. After current relationship that Trump has done, they're coming over.
In some worlds,
they're raping our children, and then some, I guess, are good people. His famous quote. And you think they're just going to all of a sudden vote for Trump? Come on.
The Republicans suck at marketing. They really suck at marketing, especially to the Hispanic community. If the Republicans were good marketers, they would get the black and the Hispanic vote.
So let me give you some stats. Because what you just did right there is called reaching. You were reaching. Yes. That was a good.
The people in the comment section tend to agree with me.
The people in the comment section can say whatever they want to say until there's stats. They can say they can say what they want to say. And I'm glad you guys think that way and agree with our buddy here. But let me give you some stats. Here's stats from The Atlantic. Okay, The Atlantic. Latino support for Trump is real. However, in 2016 election, 66% of Latinos voted for Democrats. 66% of Latinos.
And the number's climbing.
Hold on. So what you're really saying is that 40 or
34.
So 34% didn't. Okay. And it goes back to Republicans being horrible marketers, because when you actually sit Hispanic people down, now, a lot of people don't realize I actually travel.
Two different discussions, by the way. That's two different topics. He asked the question saying, would that benefit Republicans or Democrats? My answer was it's going to benefit the Democrats. Your conversation is about how Republicans are bad marketers, which I agree with, but we're talking about right off the bat.
Their
it
values
favors the Democratic
align
Party.
more with Republicans.
There's no question. I mean, the values of African-American grandmas and parents aligns with
We talked about
beliefs.
that stat earlier. We talked about the fact that 90% of African Americans go Democrat.
Adam needs a new nickname. Adam the Stat Sosnick.
I'll take it.
The Stat Sosnick. He likes
it.
stats. Okay. So anyways, again, if that were to happen, it would actually be very, very interesting if that were to happen. The United States of America adds an additional state, Mexico. No borders, no nothing.
Let's have a vote.
You got a new state out. By the way, how many of you guys can actually see that becoming a reality? How many of you guys can actually see that becoming a reality? Who can actually see that becoming a reality?
I mean, think about it from logistical purposes. When we were making Alaska a state, what year was that? Maybe in the 50s? Hawaii a state? What year was that? Can I get a year, Kai?
I think 60s.
I'm guessing in the 50s, give or take.
I think the 60s.
Those places are not even touching U.S. borders. Not even touching U.S. borders.
Do not offend our Alaskan community, by the way. They're very committed people. And they're probably
It's the number one state for low taxes. Number one.
Furious with you. They're coming. By the way, if you're trying to find out where he lives at the local Ritz-Carlton, seventh floor, room number 728.
Save that money. Save that money. 1959. Okay. And what year did Hawaii
60.
come a state? Okay. What year did Hawaii come a state, Kai?
59, same time.
15, okay, and that was a reach. I mean, that's not even touching. So Mexico, not so.
So you're for it. So you are for Mexico.
I'm saying that it's really close.
Why don't you use your networking abilities to get on the Trump camp and work directly with Jared Kushner and Donald Trump Jr.
The chances
and
of
make
me
that
joining the Trump camp.
Okay, let me get this straight. They contact you tomorrow saying we'd like you to join the camp and sit as an advisor. You're going to say no?
I'm a principled man, Pat.
How much you paying me?
How much you paying me?
How much you paying me is the first
No,
question.
I'm not a Trump supporter. We all know that.